Hello everyone, and warm welcome back to my channel today. I hope you're all doing well by God's grace. So today I want to share with you this delicious soup, okay? This soup is no mean light soup, okay? This soup, it's amazing. It's the soup that when you eat her, it takes you to, if you've had some before, it takes you back and you taste it and like, this is proper light soup. This is proper Nkrakra. This is proper Nkita. Yes. Right. So before we get into it, please don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe. Okay. So just stay with me. This soup is I'm lost for words. Let's get into the video. So as always, we go through our ingredients. Okay, so here I have some vegetables, some okra, some tomatoes, and some mushrooms, some Kpakpo, shito, onions, and chilies. Okay, right. So I have some tomato puree or tomato paste, and I have my B10. That's the only thing we're going to be using. Here I have some Toloo beef, and then my beef with bones, right? And here our fish. So let's go through them one after the other. I have here Agweni, okay? I don't know the English names for it, so take it like that. Here, this one we call it Akwebi. Akwebi and Papa say. The story. And this is Odo, okay? Odo, they look, and Akwebi, they look similar, but when you look at it, you see, say, Charlie, the thing, only different, you see? So, Odo, Akwebi. This is also Odo. Like that. Odo. Then this is snapper, grilled snapper. I grilled it myself. So yeah. And then I have grilled mackerel, otherwise known as salmon in Ghana. I also have some crabs, okay? This soup is going to be something else. And here I have some shrimps, okay? This I'm going to blend with my vegetables and add it to the soup, okay, to give it the vavavoom flavor, right? Then I have the star of the show, Edia or Ase, otherwise known as beans in English. I don't know what this beans is, how it is called in English, right? But if you do know, please leave it down in the comment below. But I don't know. They call it, the Ashantis call it Edria. Edria is basically beans, right? And the Ekwapems, we call it Ase. And Ase is also beans, right? So, yeah. I don't know how Ghana people call beans. Or Ewe people, how they call beans. I don't know. But so this is how it looks like, right? So this is what we're going to use to make our soup. Okay, so this will be in place of garden eggs. So if you use garden eggs, you just relegate garden eggs and then you use this, right? So what we do is we just make sure that it is nice and clean. And how my mom taught me is you basically pop it on the plate or pour it on the plate, right? And you go like that. You go through it one after the other like that. Yeah. So as you go through it, any bad ones or any foreign materials, you take them out. So this is the style of the show. So we have to take our time to show you how it is done. Okay, so you see, I'm just separating the bad ones. This one, I don't know whether it is bad or good. It's just tiny. Being tiny does not mean you're not good. Okay, so yeah, go through it like that. And also, when I believe that when you pour water on it, put it in a bowl and you pour your water on it, all the light ones, so all these ones will surface on top of the, look, okay, Ghana for with the brafra, me if you yeah, it will surface, all the impurities will surface, like, you know, on the water. and you can just decant it or pour it out off. So I am happy with that for now. It would need to be washed, so this one will go into the bin. So the next thing is I'm going to pour it in a bowl because I need to wash it. I'll wash it and I'll be back. Yeah, nicely washed, and I'll show you the next thing what to do. So what you see, this one is bad. I missed it, and because I added the water, I was able to identify it quickly. Yeah, and clean. So what we do is you take, this is kind of a very, I don't know why my mom did it, but I'm going to do just half of it and see if it's going to make any difference. So what she would do, she'll hold it this way and she's going to crack it with her teeth. So I'm going to do the same. I'll crack it with my teeth, right? You hear it. So then it opens a bit like that. You see? So I'm going to do that to almost all of it. So what normally I would do, I'll be tasked with this job. I hated it, but then what can I do? So when you hear the crack sound, then that it means it's like, okay. If you have something else that you can use to crack, that would be good. Maybe like a nut cracker or something. Can use that as well, but man, I don't have a nut cracker. I'll use my good old teeth. So because it was going into my mouth as I was cracking it, I had to wash it again. So I washed it and then added fresh water. Okay, so you boil it until it's about 80% cooked, right? Okay, so that it's able to blend, because you're going to blend it with our vegetables, right? Okay. So you strain the water. We don't use the water. You don't need the water. So strain the water and pour it out. Okay, so what we are going to do next is removing the skin of the beans. So now I understand why my mom made us crack it, because when you crack it, it's easy to remove it. You see how it slips out, right? But when you don't crack it, it will take you a little bit of time to remove it. It will be easy to remove, but it will take a bit of time. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So you see how easy it is. So I'm going to take everything off, all the skin off, and once that is done, we'll add it to our vegetables and we'll blend, and look at all that skin. So much. You can't blend it and add it. You can blend it, but you strain it. So yeah, you can do that if you wish, but I don't want to do that. Okay. So yeah, we set that aside. So here we have our vegetables, and I've already washed and cut it. We're going to boil it, and once it's nice and soft, we're going to blend it, right? So it's nice and soft, to set it aside, and now we start with the soup, right? So we put the beef in it and the Toloo beef, and we add our B10, okay? Add some water and you set it on fire. So in place of B10, garlic, ginger, onions, okay, and some anise seed will do, okay? So once it comes to a boil, you give it a stir. And one thing I want you to be aware, because I added Toloo beef, I didn't add any salt at the beginning because the Toloo beef had a lot of salt. So once I have steamed it enough, I'll go back in, taste it, and then adjust. Either way. I can't adjust either way. I can only add, because it came and I'm a boy. So yeah, I'm about to blend it, right? So this meat has been steaming for about 15 to 20 minutes, right? So I'm about to blend my vegetables. So what I did is I strained the water from the vegetables and then I added it to my blender. I'm missing a video here, but not to worry. So I've added the beans as well, and I've added the shrimps, okay? And I'm blending it until it's nice and smooth, right? Even though it looks nice and smooth, you can actually just add it straight into your soup like that, okay? But I was going for a very nice and smooth consistency. So look at how it looks like. You can see a little bit of bits from the beans, okay, from the dria, from the ase, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bit more salt, because now I realize that the salt from the Toloo beef wasn't enough, okay? So I'm adding in my dry fish, okay? So the dry fish, it also makes the taste of this soup, right? So if at all, nothing at all, just one dry fish will do. Akwebi, odo, Agweni, or amane, petite, all those ones. Yeah, you can just add a few to give you that taste, right? So now I am straining my vegetables and my beans, my seed, okay, into my soup. Okay, so this is the chap that came out. Give it a stir and add water. So here I'm going to add a lot of water to fill this, right? I'll give it a stir and I'll let it boil. So now I'm adding in my not so tough fish, okay? So the Agweni, it always disintegrates, so you add it a bit later, okay? But the Akwebi, it is an Nkita. Me na make a and now my whole ria, it is an Nkita. Hey, come papa, yeah. Akwebi and papa say. So obviously you've seen that I've added my crabs as well. So my soup is looking really good. Look at the color. The color itself will make you know such a in way. I ate fufu back to back. I don't usually eat fufu like a lot. I eat once per I ate fufu back to back with this soup. I've put some away. Later on, I'll eat fufu again. So I've added my Kpakpo shito and my okra just for, added flavor and added vavavoomness of the food, because me di fufu to say me penkruma kakra se and name to now they are just alright. You love this soup, you will definitely love it. So I served it with mankeni fufu. Hey, cocoyam fufu. I'm bringing you that recipe very soon, okay? So stay tuned. This soup was amazing. You will love this soup. This is like a unique soup. The taste is unique and you love it. So yes, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like this video, share this video and subscribe, okay? I'm very grateful to all of you. And please, before I forget, I have another channel called Bezalea Foods More. I'll put the link down below. Please check that one out, okay? And I will be very grateful. All right. So thank you, and I'll see you in the very next one. Bye.